sprites.
Yep, I recognize all but Lava and Firestorm sprite.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard for me to tell just right now. I'll probably get a better chance to see it in a second here. And we're off. The shortcut to Ganon is this way. I like that. Starting out, we have a red bottle. Interesting. So again, we're going to see... Oh, we have a map check. We got a green pendant in Desert, a red pendant in Hera, and a regular crystal in Eastern.
I'm sure the runners really didn't want to see that many pendants here in the Light World.
Looks like we're playing with bombs today.
Yep, and we were correct. They are getting 15 of them.
All right. So now this is a little bit more of an expert mode-ish. Oh, 4 more bombs for Pink. Not picking them up. Oh yeah, that's right. She's at max capacity. Never mind. I forgot. It increases your capacity to 15 instantly. So this is one of the rare instances where you could soft block.
Yep, our runners are going to have to...
If you mismanage your bombs.
Yep, runners will have to be very careful about resource management right now because it is quite possible to run out. Now, I didn't manage to see if anyone did a tree pull and what is on the trees today.
There is no possible way to get a tree pull during the rain state because there are no
that's
enemies.
Right. That is right. My mind's still a little bit in open mode on that one. Yep. Sorry.
All right, Levon and Gus get through the first guard. Pink's working on her guard, and Saber's coming up on his. All right. Gus leaving behind a bomb drop. I would have grabbed that just to make sure we have enough bombs.
Yeah, I agree with you. He is still at 12. It's not like he was much lower than that, but still.
True.
But I agree. Every safety right now is something to keep in mind. Speaking of safeties, Lavin's only at 1 heart. Hopefully, he doesn't run into too many more of his own bombs.
And Gus is down to a half a heart. It looks like we got a key in the chest. DKS, correct. You only need 6 to get through escape. However, that's provided they all hit. Luckily, Zelda's cell area, you don't need any bombs at all. You can just chuck 2 pots at the guard and be done with it.
I'm sure using bombs for at least some of the damage on the guard is probably optimal for speed. But, yeah, if you're not comfortable with your bomb accuracy, then those pots are definitely the way to go. And big 20, I believe, in Zelda's chest. Not too much interesting right now.
Nothing yet.
Also, the good thing with starting out with bombs is the runners do not need to wait for gloves, don't need to wait for power gloves to check the back of escape. They're going to have bombs already. And Gus is the first of our runners to make it back to the top floor.
All right. So, seeing that desert is a green pendant, which access to desert do you think we're going to be getting? Do you think we're going to be getting it through Meyer or through the book?
I feel like odds are better for getting it through the book since you only need one item to access the dungeon that way, rather than the 3 that you need for Myrax, and since you're gonna need Titan's Mitts, Flute, and Mirror to do that.
That's true.
And we'll be getting our first look shortly at the sewer chest in just a few seconds here. It's just 10 arrows.
10. Well, that'll be good if they get a bow. That's, in my opinion, a little more reliable. Ooh, pink ready if she finds a magic weapon. Got a full magic drop. And Gus is back down to a half a heart again.
And it looks like Saberwolf has overtaken, as has Pink Kitty Rose. They're almost out. Oh no, Gus is actually ahead. He's actually checking the back 3 chests. Let's see what we've got. Just a piece of heart, another one, and big 20. So unfortunately, back of escape, not holding too much today.
Nothing in escape.
So very, very quiet first mission.
From what I found out when playing in standard modes and standard states, usually not a lot in the castle. Oh no!
Oh, lava!
The bot is down! And he spawns all the way back into the throne room. That's gonna be a couple minutes lost.
Yep, at least it's a throne room and not the front door.
Or the cell.
Oh, that would be even worse. And Sanctuary Chest has the mirror. Wow.
Whoa, that's huge.
Well, that's gonna make dungeon routing and dungeon traversal much easier as we get to start diving them. Of course, we've still got all of our Kakariko and other related checks to do first, so see how much more progression we get.
Oh, here we go. Do we have an Aga required seed? Oh, there was a medallion. Looks like it's
was
ether.
A medallion. I believe it is
like
indeed ether. So now we need to see which of our 2 medallion dungeons are crystals.
And we got a shovel.
And yeah, that was indeed a shovel at the Thieves' Hut in the woods. So yeah, we need to see if Turtle Rock or Misery Mire, which one of them is the last pendant, and if the crystal dungeon of those 2 needs ether, then Aga is going to be required.
Seed be trolling early. Oh boy.
And Lavan has finally made his way out to the sanctuary, and he'll grab his mirror.
Somebody just had an Agaped seed, so, you know, it could be required anyway. If the pedestal item requires the ether medallion. Oh.
Yeah, the possibility is still there.
Oh boy.
And we see Pink Kitty Rose and Gus in Blind's hideout. Got 5 items here for the runners to pick up. Let's see what they get.
Lots of health.
Yeah, piece of heart, full heart, big 20, and another piece of heart. Yeah, a lot of health. Let's see what this last chest has got. Maybe that'll be the difference maker here.
More health.
Nope, more health.
Blind running is Blind's hideout running a hospital now, or what?
As Lavin picks up his shovel. Good for 1 item. As Gus and Rose both hop into the well, 4 items here. Or 5, excuse me. There's the Power Glove. All right, that's part of our Dark World access.
There we go.
Another full heart container.
Oops. There's Brian.
Yep, there's the Cane of Brian.
Hammer!
And the hammer. So Power Glove and hammer in hand. All we need is the Moon Pearl. And the Dark World aspect of Agar Acquired is going to be dead.
Yep. We just need a Moon Pearl. That's not stopping the moon. That's not stopping it being on the ledge, however.
No, it wouldn't stop. No, that would not. Just a big 20 in the chicken house. And a bomb upgrade at the bottle vendor. And since the runners did pick up a bottle as their first item this race, Sick Kit is open.
That's correct.
And we're gonna get our first Sick Kid check. What's it gonna be? It is a set of blueberries.
It's Michael Bay's son.
I like that. I'll keep that. I'll have to remember that one.
The man leaves the bomb.
Get our first library check.
Ooh.
That
Was
looks
a
like
rupee.
that looks like a rupee hoard.
Yep. Ooh, Levon doing the chicken clip. Ooh.
Nice.
Race game with 50 rupees.
I don't see our runners doing that today.
All right. We have a question in chat from Coffee Stone. What is randomized swords? So, randomized swords is the regular open mode that we've been used to from version 28, where all 4 swords in the world are at random locations. Because in the normal standard mode, Uncle usually gives you a sword. However, version 29 has changed that. So we are now running, because now you can tell the seed you want Uncle to give you a sword, or you can make them all randomized, or you can take them all away. Those are your 3 options. So we are playing with the randomized swords, so the runners will have to find one of their first swords somewhere, and then hopefully find their master sword somewhere.
Oh, they'll need their master sword at bare minimum to complete the seed. Speaking of completing things, the shovel only led to a big 20. And
hey, LeBron talking to the cross product.
Alright, just a blue rupee inside the dam chest, and we'll see what the outside of the dam is holding for us.
Alright, Saber going into Mini Moldworm with, yeah, you could use some area strats.
And Cannaburner will work here if he conserves his magic, but he also has the hammer too, so we can just cross over and use the hammer to kill them.
I think that method was the fastest, in my opinion, right there.
So let's see, Mini Moldorn, Piece of Heart, 5-arrow upgrade, Fisher Price shield, another Piece of Heart, and a full heart. Lots and lots of health this seed. If they start getting armor upgrades too, there's gonna be very little that they have to worry about defensively.
Correct. And I'm also noticing that we're running out of locations.
Yeah. With this many hearts, the trek over to Ice Rod Cave is a lot safer, since while the crabs take 2 hearts of health, they've got quite a lot of health to work with.
Correct. So we are looking at Eastern Palace, Agina, Zora. I think that's about it.
Yeah,
and the Sosler Eastern area, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about Saha.
I think it's a toss-up. I think it's going to be runner's preference here. Ice Rod Cave only only a heart container, more health. I think it's just going to be runner's preference now if they want to do fake flippers to Hobo and Zora, or if they want to do Sahasrara and the dive into Eastern. No guarantees that they can clear it because they may not necessarily find the bow.
Yep. Or logically, the lamp.
Yes, or logically the lamp, although I'm sure most, if not all of our runners today are proficient enough in dark rooms, especially the easy ones.
Yep.
So, Lavin heading into Mini Moldorm, he's going to get his first shield.
Pink Kitty Rose resetting at the Sanctuary. Is she going to sequence break Death Mountain?
She has the Power Glove, and she's confident in her dark rooms. She could indeed do that, and there's a lot of items to be had up there if she finds some progression. Although Gus is heading to Sahasrara, we figured this was going to be one of the possible plays. And we already know where Green Pennant is, so we don't need information from him.
Oh, lamp!
And there's the lamp. Wow, alright.
Yep. And
So now,
Pink is sequence breaking.
But now we know it's technically not a sequence break, since we know the lamp is in a Sphere 1 location.
That's correct.
So there could be a lot of progression to be found here.
Alright, it looks like the logical progression is either Death Mountain or in Eastern at this point.
Yep. And considering they have the mirror and the hammer, all of Light World's Death Mountain is going to be available.
Correct.
It looks like Saberwolf is going to make the play towards Eastern, while Pink Kitty Rose is indeed up in Death Mountain.
I totally missed what Grandpa gave her.
Unfortunately, I did miss that as well.
I don't think it was anything important. I didn't see any tracker updates, so... Oh! Moon Pearl on Spectacle Rock!
Wow, someone in chat was calling for that too, so someone just got their wish. So that's Dark World access. It's not Dark World Death Mountain access just yet.
Skull Woods and Ice Palace are our 5-6, and it looked like Swamp Palace was our final pendant.
Alright, so both of our medallion dungeons are crystals. So if either one of them are ether, then pedestal or Aghanim is going to be required.
Correct. Alright, and with that, we can now get our speculation for the pedestal. Bow is possible. Hookshot is not. Boots are potential. Depends on how the desert. It depends on how the desert torch is. Let's see here. Flippers are not. Fire Rod is a possibility. Ice Rod's a possibility. The other two medallions are possibilities. The flute's possible. Samaria is possible. Technically speaking, the book is also possible. Because there's two routes to get to desert.
Right.
So we got a lot of pedestal hype chances here.
Yep.
Thing in chat that I just saw, Cloth Hera locked by Fire Source. Correct, however, a Fire Source has been obtained at Sahasrara. So Hera is in logic, just not for Pink.
Yeah, that will be Pink Kitty's current downfall right now is that she's without a fire source, so if she needs the basement of Hera, she can't do it. But Saberwolf has his Moon Pearl, and looks like he's gonna head in. Yep, he's heading into Tower of Hera.
Whoops.
And it looks like we're gonna get our first check on Paradox Cave.
Taking the Death Warp there, that's probably smart.
There's Bombos, there's one of our medallions accounted for.
Oh, okay. Well, there's her fire source. She got a fire rod.
Wow, the fire rod. That's crazy. There's the bug net and another big 20. So the fire rod being the big takeaway there. Also another medallion down. So now there's less chance that they will not have access to the required medallion. So, oddly enough, Pink Kitty not opting for Hera. It looks like she's making her way towards Hype Cave.
I believe she did Hera, actually, because somebody did mention that it was fire-locked.
Yeah, but I figured if she had the fire source now, she might opt to clear it.
Oh, I see. I think she's clearing out East Death Mountain first. You know, just in case, maybe if she found the book, and it's like it saves the thing. And we got a Hype Cave check.
Well, Pink Kitty's now in Hype Cave. That's the blue mail on the NPC. 10-hour upgrade, big 20,
Boots!
Another heart container, and Das Boots. What are those? So unfortunately, the boots will not be. Unfortunately, the boots will not be trolling us today. Sorry, Duke.
That's all right. And Levon taking a Death Warp.
And Gus taking a death in Tower of Hera as well.
Ooh. No, that might have been intentional, maybe. Or maybe not.
Possibly, but he was on the same floor. And Wolf getting his fire rod. So it looks like Lavan is actually opting to clear tower since he went in with the lamp to get the key in the bottom chest.
Well, at least the digging game is kind and only 4 digs, but it's for another heart container.
It's yet another heart container, which so we know the blue mail is easily accessible, and we're already between 9 and 11 hearts front runners. Yeah, there's not much to worry about defensively.
That is correct.
And Saberwolf about to get his blue mail and his boots. And Lavan heading up. Yep, Lavan's heading up for Troll Dorm.
Alright, Troll Worm today. Let's see what we got.
Yes, we know he's called Moldorm, but if you've played this game, you know exactly why we call him that.
Three hammer smacks on the tail, no damage, no bouncies. Well, fine. Oh, and the Titan
Wow.
mitts.
That's big.
Yep. And I forgot mitts could have been on Ped too. Nope, not anymore. With that, Lavon could head back to Turtle. You can go to the Turtle Rock area and check and get that done.
And I feel like that's where he's headed. Let's see. Nope, he's gonna go check Spiral Cave first.
That makes sense. I don't think he's done East Death Mountain yet. So
actually, yeah, you're right. He hasn't. Gus about to get his blue mail and his boots.
Mm-hmm. Question in chat from Uncle Ultra's Portrait. Victory condition for the seed? Kill Ganon. Obtain 7 crystals, climb Ganon's tower, kill Agatu, and fight Ganon. Most seeds that you will see are a kill Ganon. It's the really weird ones that'll be a little different.
Yeah, there isn't too much outside of Triforce Hunt that doesn't have Kill Ganon as the victory condition. And so we see Pink Kitty Rose is actually taking her dive into Thieves Town. See what she gets here. Unfortunately, I missed the first 2 chests, but we'll get to see the bottom 2.
I think one of the first 2 might have been a big key. Yep, had to be a big key.
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, there's no way to progress. So the front 4 from Thieves Town's kind of quiet. See, since they have the hammer, they can definitely check the big key chest.
Everyone putting their Cane of Brian strats up today. I think Sakura's giddy. One of her favorite items.
Yeah, probably.
That and the bug net.
Oh, who doesn't love the swag net? Come on.
True.
Alright, so Lavan's giving us, since he has the Titan Smiths, he's giving us a check of Super Money Cave. And I assume he'll do Hookshot Cave, or at least what he can of it.
Yep. Sword!
There's our first sword. Alright. 27 minutes and 38 seconds into the race, one of our runners finally has their first sword.
Thing from Medivo. Yes, you can actually have logical access to the first chest in the Hookshot Cave. We are aware of the technical difficulties. We are fixing that right now.
Yep, please stay tuned. We'll be back with more Link to the Past randomizer right after these messages.
All right.
I
think we're back.
Looks like we're back. And to answer chat, and to follow up with what Duke was saying, yes, the first chest of Hookshot Cave is available. I know the boots are the easiest way to do it. I believe it is possible to bomb jump it as well.
Potentially.
And Lavan giving us our first check of Spike Cave as well.
Yep.
He's gonna have to make use of that red potion now.
We're gonna be checking. I'm gonna. Oh, we found the flute.
That's the flute. So there's our desert access for Lava.
God,
He has the mitts, he has the flute, he has the mirror.
We will be attempting to figure out. Looks like Turtle Rock might have been Quake. That's what our trackers are saying. And yes, I can confirm that as well.
And Pink Kitty Rose is finished Thieves Town by defeating Blind, and she has her first crystal. That's the first crystal of the race for our runners today.
Looks like big 20 on the Bumper Cave ledge, so we got nothing there.
Yep. Not gonna see that today.
Alright, so Pet Dream is still alive. We still have 5, technically 7 items still available. Because we could have a Master Sword Ped.
Yeah, Master could be there. Quake could be there.
Yep. We're still looking for the bow, the ice rod, Quake, Samaria, the book, a sword, and silvers.
Although book wouldn't get us too much of anything, really just the tablets at this point. And with that, for Lava and Firestorm, the goose is loose. Unfortunately, I did miss what was in Bonk Rocks just now.
Bonk Rocks was a piece of heart.
More health. Okay. Looks like Kitty's going for the Graveyard Ledge, and I'm assuming she'll do King's Tomb right after.
That would make perfect sense to me. Okay, that first chest was 50 rupees. No, wait, that's the second chest. Second chest was 50 rupees.
Yeah, the first chest
had to be the big
the big K. Yes, it was.
There we go. Levon saying, "Let me play the song of my people."
And Saberwolf gets his blind kill, and he's got his first crystal of the race.
Oh, yep. And Ade just also said, I keep forgetting about the fetch quests. Fetch quests are always live.
Yep. Although one of them is already taken care of. We've already taken care of the shovel. We do still have the mushroom and the powder, both still unaccounted for.
So we have a ped hype index of 9. The higher the number, the better the chances.
Yeah, also Ice Rod could be part of that list too.
Ice Rod is one of the few items that can literally be anywhere except behind Trinex.
And you know, with how quickly and how easily we got Fire Rod, we know Ice Rod's gonna be a troll. And Kitty's gonna give us her first look at the Pyramid Ledge. Just 50 rupees.
Rupee stash.
And Gus gets his first crystal.
Looks like Pink's heading up to Quakefish.
I agree with this play.
Too bad they don't have flippers. They can be able to get all of the waterfall and all that stuff done too.
True, but they can at least pay off King Ripoff and at least check to see what's on the Zora ledge.
That's true. And I always go back and take flipper, I guess.
Let's see what she does. She hasn't set the mirror just yet, so maybe she's not. Maybe she's gonna hold off on the Zora play for now. There's
Ooh.
Powder.
Oh, head hype index reduced to 8.
But good old fetch quest.
So many fetch quests. So little time.
So, Gus is in Skullwoods. Didn't see too much of what he got, if anything. From the looks of the tracker, doesn't appear to be much of anything progression-wise.
Looks like you found the big key. That's about it.
Well, he's only gonna need that for one chest.
Or not. Oh, red meringue.
Oh, Red Meringue is actually in Skullwoods. Alright. Unfortunately, it's the inferior model. And not opting... Oh, okay, I see what he did there.
Resetting mirror.
He was...
Yeah, resetting mirror warp.
Yep. Okay, he went in... He must have went in...
That's a unique route.
Way.
I like it.
There's the big key. Now he checks this chest. That's what I figured he was gonna do that at some point. And it's just another small key. Oh well. And it looks like Lavon is about to pick up his first crystal of the race. Although he will be the last of our runners to get their first crystal, he still has quite an advantage.
Oh!
Unfortunately, he takes a death. I spoke too soon. That'll remind me not to do that again, and it's a fair bit of a hike back to the boss room from there. Not as bad as other dungeons, but it's still not short.
Quit cursing the runners, man. Come on.
At least I'm not a witch that magically guesses where items are gonna be.
Alright, I'll give you that. I think Lavon's looking for magic, and he's probably not going to find any. So,
and he had to use his red potion in Spike Cave, so he didn't have that safety. So Pink Kitty Rose is in Pod. I like this play. And Wolf is doing the second part of Skullwoods, and I assume he'll do the third part as well, since he does have the Fire Rod. Taking another death to blind.
Ouch.
Ah, well.
He decides to forego round 3. I probably would agree with that until at least he gets some magic refill.
I don't blame him. To be fair, he still has quite a bit of an advantage over the other runners.
I always forget that's a shop. I always forget.
Yeah, he could just be gearing up for round 3. And it looks like Saberwolf's making his dip into Spike Cave. He will be very happy with what he finds here. And Rose getting the Hammer Yump just fine. But yeah, to be fair, with the mitts and the first sword, Lava and Firestorm does still have quite a bit of advantage, although the more deaths he takes to blind, the smaller that advantage becomes.
Mm-hmm. And then the other runners have to realize they need to go to Hera.
And Rose picking up yet another small key in the vanilla big key chest, just proving, oh.
Look at Gus being a Zora. Look at Gus being an active Zora, walking on the water.
So the fall down chest from the vanilla big key in Pod was Pink Kitty Rose's first sword. So that'll be a master sword when Lava and Firestorm gets there. And she noped out and decides to go to Eastern.
That makes sense. Fast check.
Yeah, well, she doesn't have the bow yet, so she can't clear either of these dungeons.
Correct. There we go. Round 3 success.
Lavin finally gets his kill on the crippled one. And that's his first crystal. Good job. Alrighty. So where do you think he goes from here? You think he goes into Skullwoods? You think he goes and does the eastern half of the Dark World with Quakefish and
personally,
Pod?
I would check Meyer instantly just to get that knowledge. That would be me.
Since he's the one that checked. Ooh, Waterfall has Blue Fairy and another sword. So that's our third sword location.
Oh wow, that's a tempered sword.
So tempered is very easy.
Sword.
Yep, tempered is very easy to get.
Validation arrow on the ledge, so I don't think anyone's going to grab that.
I don't think so either. And Gus has enough rupees to pay off King Ripoff. And it's a life lesson. Just a big 20 back for his 500.
Yeah. And for those of you who are not in the know, the reason we call that a validation arrow, there is literally only one of that in the game. So it gets its own little name.
So yeah, it looks like Lavan is doing the routing to check. Did he check King's Tomb first, or did he not remember that he could do that?
I think he checked it.
Okay.
Okay, so does Levon go into Skull? He might go into Skull, actually.
Yep, looks like Gus is making the same play too. Looks like he's heading for the Skullwoods drop-down entrance. No, he's actually going to take... Oh, okay.
Gus already did the...
Oh, that's right, he did... Yeah, that's right, he did do the first 2 sections. He's looks like he's gonna head towards Mothula.
Oh, that's right. Levon never got his boots.
Yeah, Levon never got boots, and Gus didn't have a sword, so he can't clear the vines. Now that he has that, Mothula is now fair game for him. And it looks like Saberwolf pulling off the recently discovered poaching glitch.
Yep, new glitch. Considered minor. And Pink Kitty Rose getting the Magic Bat. Magic Bat does not pay off.
Only piece of heart. And Firestorm taking another death.
So for those of you who are a little confused as to what happened in Pod, because the screen before is a scrolling screen, as long as you don't lock the camera all the way to the left, and you can do that by drinking a potion, you can basically scroll the mimics off the screen, which counts as them being killed. However, again, that is a minor glitch. So,
to be fair, it can be used to do major glitch things, but that instance on its own is minor.
Yes. Going out of bounds, you are now in major glitch territory.
But enough about that. Gus is on his Mothula fight. Fighter Sword Mothula is never fun, though.
No, it is not.
Might have to... Oh, but he gets it, though.
Nice.
So, second crystal for him. If I'm seeing that right, that was the first of the 5-6 crystals for him. So
correct.
He's halfway to Super Bomb access.
Levon is the only one who has access to the 5 and 6 crystals, the other one being an Ice Palace.
Yep, and the mitts are gonna be... Well, logically he does not have access because he does not have flippers. He can fake flipper to get there.
Oh, correct.
Logically, he's not quite there.
Nope, correct. I keep forgetting you need the flippers to get in there.
So it looks like Saberwolf is finally making his dip into Eastern. Unfortunately, he'll be disappointed when he finds not all that much in here. And Levon's gonna go ahead and use his red potion that he bought for blind. Meanwhile, it looks like Gus is making his way over to Catfish. And he might make the play. He already made the play on Zora, so he won't need to mirror. And Firestorm gets his second crystal.
Alongside Pink. Alright, with that, we are running out of locations again. The first chest in Swamp Palace... Actually, Swamp Palace is opened up. No, it hasn't. Flippers.
No,
I
flippers.
keep forgetting about flippers. I keep forgetting about those.
And that's one you can't get away from because there's no way to fake flipper that one.
Correct. Let's see here. Desert? Desert is now logically open.
Yeah, Desert is open for Firestorm.
Mire potentially is open.
He needs to go back for his boots to go into Mire right now.
True.
Since he doesn't have hookshot, he needs boots.
Correct.
But yeah, Mire area is indeed open, so that's Mire Shed, Checkerboard Cave, possibly Mire if he goes back for his boots, and all of Desert. Also, Blacksmith and Purple Chest are indeed open since he has the nets. And since he has the flute, that it's not going to be a world tour. He can just grab and go. But yeah, it looks like Lava indeed heads over to the mire area. So let's see what the last medallion required is.
We're looking for ether for Troll. It is Bombos.
It is
Aga
Bombos.
is dead.
Oh well. Yep, so Castle Tower will see no visits today.
However,
Fire Shed, pair of big 20s, that's nothing.
However, with it being Bombos, all the players have access except for Levon needing the boots.
Yeah, Levon has the mitts but needs the boots. Everyone else has the boots but needs the mitts. But yeah, Firestorm making...
Oh, no!
Wow! That was definitely the big key on the torch. That's brutal. He needs to go to Hype Cave.
Well, the good news is the big key is likely not guarding an item. So maybe he'll get lucky. Checkerboard check from Levon. I see a question in chat again. With standard state and randomized swords, Uncle is guaranteed to give you a weapon clearably that is able to clear the castle. Could give you a sword, likely won't, but it could give you any offensive weapon. In today's case, it gave everybody bombs. And we have just found our 4th sword. Alright, so Pink heading back up to the mountain. Nope, okay, just using the fast recharge. Is she fake flippering? She's fake flippering. Alright, we got Saber going up against Moth. Levon heading back to Kakariko. Gus in pod. And looks like we're getting the waterfall check here.
Well, we already know the blue boomerang is here.
Okay, that's... Yep. Okay, yeah, there's the sword. That's right. The boomerang and the sword. That's what it was.
Yep. And
we also had found our
second sword.
Yep, and we have found all 4.
Where was the last one?
Checkerboard, I believe.
Wow, alright.
Either Checkerboard or Agina.
Checkerboard. I seen Agina was,
okay, yeah.
I think a big 20. So Checkerboard's the one Lavan got. And
Gus did pick up his Master Sword.
That he did. And Gus opting to save and quit. And looks like he's going to make his way back up to Death Mountain.
He's likely. Oh, there he goes.
I think he realizes the play he needs to make.
Yep, maybe. I think Pink realizes it too. There they go.
Yep. So they're finally going to catch up to where Levon is in required items. And another heart container sitting in Peg Cave.
Healthy seed today.
Although, since Levon hasn't done Hype Cave yet, he doesn't have the blue mail where everyone else does.
Or the boots.
Or the boots, but that's the more important thing right now. Let's see, so blacksmiths are bottlesmiths. That is a fairy in a bottle.
They kidnapped a fairy! Ah, how dare they?
And Pink Kitty Rose not getting coffee break strats had to do the Hera basement tower room the long way.
And Saberwolf has now come to the same conclusion as everybody else.
So you see Levon's opting to take the chest on a world tour, even though he doesn't necessarily need to because he has the flute.
He does have the flute, however, he is missing all of these Dark World checks, including Hype Cave, which is where he ultimately needs to get to.
And considering he's going to pass right by it, I see that being in his near future.
Mm-hmm. So as a Ped Hype index count, we are down to 7, by the way. We've lost all the swords. We still have silver arrows as a possibility, but I highly doubt we'll see a runner go through and get those.
Yeah, no, I think most of our runners here today, especially the 4 on our restream, are decently well versed in Silverless Ganon.
Yeah, and they will likely be getting Butter Sword. All 4 swords were easily obtainable. Pardon me.
I feel like if there's any they're gonna skip, it's gonna end up being the one at Waterfall.
Possibly.
And Pink Kitty Rose gets rewarded with her Titan's Mitts. I'm sure she's very glad to see them. And Levon's going into Hype Cave. This is what he needs. So what do you think Levon does first? Do you think he finishes Desert now that he knows he can get the big key on the torch? Or do you think he goes and does Mire now that he can access it? Now, to be fair, he can't clear Mire because he does not have the big red cane.
Correct. Consider we're 1 versus 2. That's the key. There's only 1 item left in Desert for him. There are 2 potential in Mire. But I probably would do Desert because it's green. So actually, that makes it a 2 and 2 because Desert's green.
Yep, green pendant leads
and
to
he
1.
could theoretically get the last item. Oh, Gus is hammering the gloves. Oh, he's not happy.
Well, he's happy, but he's also not happy because he realizes he passed those up earlier.
Yeah.
And Kitty Rose making her way into Hookshot Cave, and she can get this first chest. It's only a big 20.
Oh boy!
Speaking of hookshot, there it is in desert. So, you were saying about that one... You were saying about that big key guardian item?
I'll gladly admit I'm wrong.
So that is a huge find. Unfortunately, because Levon waited so long for Hype Cave, the other runners are now going to be right on his heels.
Mm-hmm. But considering now, they also need to do desert.
Yes, but desert's not that long of a dungeon compared to how long the check for Hype Cave took. That lead is definitely diminished. And Saberwolf's gonna learn that he needs Quake.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, honestly, while he's in the area, it would definitely make sense now to go into Meyer and dig out. I believe he's got, what, 4 items he can dig out before Vitreous, or is it 3?
2.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah, there's only
There's only
2 items in Meyer. Meyer is stuck full of a few keys.
Yeah, I still have a little bit of key sanity on the mind.
That's alright. All these different tournaments going on, it's understandable that we can get a few of them mixed up.
So Saberwolf has his Tempered Sword finally. And Levon has picked up his green pendant with the victory over the Land Molus. And he saved and quit. He's not opting for Meyer right away. He also opted for Sanctuary over Link's House. That's an interesting choice.
Oh, Bonk Rock.
He didn't do Bonk Rocks. Yeah,
that's right.
That
He
makes
just
a little
picked,
more sense.
that's right. He just picked up his boots. That makes sense now. And Pink with the golden sword.
Yeah, Pink has the first to reach butter.
So for our no mode, we are looking still for the bow, the flippers, the quake, and Samaria.
And the Ice Rod.
And the Ice Rod, I forgot about that. And 4 out of the 5 of those items are possible pedestal chances.
Yeah, Ped Hype's still pretty strong right now. So they can do most of Meyer, but they can't clear it. They can't access Turtle Rock. They can't access Ice Palace. Thieves Town is done. Skull Woods is done. Swamp Palace can't be accessed. And Pod can't be cleared because of no bow. Plus, we still have Eastern not clearable for the same reason. Desert's done, and Tower of Hera's done.
So something in Meyer or at Saha with the green pendant.
Yeah, green pendant, Meyer, yeah. Not much else it could be. Let's say, did we see what the purple chest was? Because I know Lavin had it, but I didn't see him turn it in.
I don't remember. I don't believe it was anything. So we'll find out shortly.
And Saberwolf with his hook shot. And correct me if I'm seeing this wrong, but Pink Kitty Rose has her tracker marked off with the Ice Rod. Is it possible that it's here in Meyer?
If it is, I totally missed it. Oh, the bridge chest, yeah.
Wow. All right. So that's another item out of the pool. Speaking of the pool, Lavan actually checked Waterfall and has his tempered.
All right, so that is one of the 2 items for Meyer. Thanks for the love, guys. We appreciate it. It is a lot to do, so, but we do appreciate it.
And,
Chat is best.
yeah.
Chat is best commentator though because they catch everything.
Well, chat is best tracker. You.
A tracker.
Yeah.
Well, and but then they also commentate to us, telling us that what we missed.
Of course. Speaking of missing things, Lavin decided to miss the flippers and decided to fake flipper over to Ice Palace.
I don't fault this play.
And also, I missed earlier, Saberwolf picked up his butter sword as well.
Mm-hmm.
Gus is finally doing Spike Cave, and I believe he is the last of our runners to do so. He'll be happy to find the flute here.
Mm-hmm. So do remember, everybody, even though ice is completable, by logic it is not.
Yeah, no flippers, so this is sequence breaking.
Let's see. For our no mode, we still need Bow, Flippers, Quake, and Samaria. That is what we're down to.
Yep, and we definitely need flippers because of Swamp. Well, actually, no, we don't necessarily need them because Swamp is a pendant. So flippers may not.
Well, flippers by logic are required because of ice.
Yes, by logic they're required, but fake flippers actually means they can skip it if
true.
If they want to or need to. So, I was told that the flippers are on the green pendant.
Alright, so we got 2 players have sequence broken.
Actually,
into ice.
You might have not heard me before. I guess that happened.
Oh, yeah. I might have had
green
this one glitch.
Yeah. Green pendant had flippers.
Oh, they did. Oh, never mind. Oh, I just now saw that. Okay. I think I've been too used to the 2v2 trackers being on the inside instead of the outside. I think that's been my problem. My bad.
Gus has his butter sword. Lavin finds the big key for Ice Palace, so that's part of the puzzle for Ice Palace done.
So we're still looking for Bow, Quake, and Samaria.
And Desert Ledge is only a big 20, which that's unfortunate. But Gus is definitely making the right play. He'll get his hookshot soon. Speaking of hookshot cave's being done by Kitty. And this doesn't look like anything of interest. Big
right.
chest only had 5 rupees. That's unfortunate.
Yep, Gus picking up his hook shot. So have we... Yeah, so we've completely fixed the logic at this point again.
Yeah, because the flippers were
So
the only thing that we
what-
had logic broken.
I think we need to dip into Swamp.
Yep, Swamp is now open and clearable. If they want to clear it, I mean, to be fair, most of our runners have 2 pendants already.
Pedestal hype. We still have 6 items on the pedestal hype index.
So, I gotta say, that is actually kind of cute. The Dark Maple Queen sprite has a dark duck for its bunny sprite.
Yep. It's adorables.
And Katie's got her green pendant. She'll be getting her flippers soon. And Levon opting to take the fall in Ice Palace and get some fairies. Can't say I blame him. The way his
I
his
don't
mailbox
think
been
he
today.
opted to take the fall because I think he got hit.
Oh, jeez.
I saw him bounce in, but it kind of worked out. So. Levon, you can only push the block once. Sorry, wrong side.
Yeah, that's the wrong side. You kind of need the Cane of Smart if you want to cheese it that way. That's why the Ice Palace Bomb Jump is kind of handy, because that actually lets you do the dungeon in 2 rotations rather than 3. But of course, the Cane is best because it lets you do it in 1.
Correct.
To answer a question in chat, the difference between this and Key Sanity is the big key, small keys, maps, and compasses are once again confined to their own dungeons. They're no longer out in the world, and the maps are no longer locking map check information. So our runners right off the bat know what dungeons are pendants and crystals from the word go, and once they reach the Dark World, they can check the other 7 dungeons for that info as well. So, Saberwolf gets his crystal from Ice Palace. He now has both his 5 and 6. So he can do Pyramid Fairy if he wants. Gus heading into Meyer. Gus needs to be careful because he's once again down to half a heart. That seems to be a recurring theme with him today.
Well, he's been doing good so far. In before he gets sniped.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't curse him. That's my job.
There's his ice rod.
There's the ice rod. Well, when you go into a dungeon, you don't necessarily know if you can complete it. Like, for instance, with Palace of Darkness and Eastern Palace, if you don't walk in with the bow, and you don't find the bow in the dungeon, then you can't complete it.
Yeah, if you walk into the dungeon with all of its items that you need, you can complete the dungeon. Otherwise, you run the risk of having to leave and go back later.
And double dips are always fun.
Levon will be okay. He does have a fairy. And he's alright. And there's Samaria.
Oh, well, in the words of Phantom Ryu, that's gotta be Kane.
So that is huge.
Yeah, so that means Saberwolf has that as well. So he's actually able to clear this dungeon. And with Butter's sword, the eyes on Vitreous are going to be pretty much trivial.
Correct.
So
with that, it makes Meyer completable. We are still missing Quake and the bow.
Quake and the bow are definitely our major needs right now.
That's our go mode. Okay, I just now noticed this, and I definitely missed this. Where was the mushroom? What did Gus do that anybody else didn't?
That's a good question, actually.
Might have been a misclick. I was like, I don't think I missed that one. So.
But yeah, for our runners in Mire right now, the only way Vitreous could be easier is if we had both the bow and the silver arrows. Although, I don't expect them to have that before then.
Well, can't have both. There's only one item remaining.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Ozo in chat, Catfish had powder, not bonk rocks.
Question in chat, how many items in Mire? There are 2 items in Mire.
Yep, everything else are keys, maps, and compass. And Kitty's on her Cold Stare fight. She'll be getting her last 5-6 crystal. Nice, clean kill. Gets her big red cane. Meanwhile, Gus is going ahead and finishing up Desert with the land mole as he'll get his green pendant, and he'll be closer to getting his flippers.
Yep. Alright, so let's recap here. So Eastern Palace is locked out, Pod's locked out, Mire is being completed as we speak, Turtle Rock is locked, Swamp is wide open, and the Pyramid Fairy is in play.
Yeah, I feel like definitely the play here is Swamp. And since you're in the area, I guess maybe check the Pyramid Fairy first or afterwards. Either way works.
I would do Pyramid afterward. Question in chat, Quake for go mode? Quake and bow for go mode.
Yes, the Quake Medallion and the bow. And, yep. So Saberwolf gets his crystal from Mire. Surprise bomb strats when he has tempered. Oh, Lavan. Oh, yeah.
I think it's because he has low health going in, so he was trying. I think he was using bombs just to get some extra damage in.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, see, he's going back. See, he's going to tempered spit. Oh, never mind. Health was low again.
I'm gonna say fairies only regenerate so much health for you. And I don't think he bought another potion after using it last time on Mothula.
Ooh. Alright.
Oh, looks like Saberwolf is opting to do the Pyramid Fairy first.
Well, you never know, you could get lucky and get both items.
Yeah, it's possible. And since they didn't clear Aga, they have to go the long way around.
And Pink taking the Swamp Dive.
Yep, let's see if this is worth it. I'm pretty sure this will be worth it at some point.
Yeah, the odds are there, but you never know.
Alright, so Pyramid Fairy, what do you
There's
have
the
for us
bow!
today? That's... wow. That's the bow, and there's the fire shield. So, all that's left is Quake.
Very Quake Medallion away from Go Mode.
Yes, Pod has been dipped into. I believe all of our runners have dipped it at least once. And Flippers were at the Green Pendant at Sahasrara.
Okay, so we've opened up Eastern, we've opened up Pod. If Quake is in Swamp, then that is it. And if Quake is in Swamp, Pink will be, I believe, our first runner in Go Mode. But also, Quake could also be in Eastern or Pod. So it's a race to Quake.
Alright, so Levon has his.
Somebody pointing out in chat, Pink didn't do left side swamp. A lot of runners actually don't do left side swamp on their first trick. It's only for 2 items and it's kind of long. With that, our pet hype index has dropped down to 4, which is really diminishing. And Pink is going to be the first player that will actually be able to check. If she chose to.
Well, looks like with that, Pink Kitty gets her final pendant, and she now has access to the pedestal she wants to.
She's gonna go ahead and complete complete swamp though. She has to do the left side and the big chest. Saberwolf fighting King Helmasaur. Levon going into Pod for the first time.
That's right, that's the sword that Levon missed. So Levon will get his butter sword. Everyone will have it. And Saberwolf finishes off King Helmasaur and gets rewarded with a heart container.
Chad is now pointing out the trolley pedestal possibilities. Mushroom on Ped, with the witch having the book, with Quake being on Ether.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting troll string.
Good question from Chad. Does Armos have an item? I don't remember. Levon, first player to get a sword, final player to get the butter sword. Oh, there's the book.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Oh no, Pink forgot to hit the switch.
That's unfortunate.
Head index is down to 3.
And only one item that we really want to see on the pedestal.
Wait. I'll give a slight second to Mushroom. Alright, let's see if Armos does indeed still have an item. There it is! We are in go mode!
Wow, Quake was in Swamp, so the dive into Swamp was required.
Dive into all 3 pendant dungeons were required. 2 of them being boss kills.
So with that pedestal being required is dead.
Pink needs to go get her bow from the Great Pyramid Fairy, and she will be in go mode. So we are in no mode. Oh, she's checking the medallion. She's checking the monoliths first.
Unfortunately, Kitty, that's not the play you need to make at this point.
Oh, right. Pink's never checked Dark Death Mountain, so I don't think she knows it's Quake yet. She's gonna she's gonna do this and hope the bow's in here. Oh no. No way, she does know it's Quake. Oh no.
She was right by the Pyramid Fairy getting out of Swamp.
She's playing the law of averages. I mean, there are effectively 6 items in Turtle Rock if you include Mimic Cave against the 2 Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, but the time it takes to check Pyramid Fairy versus the time it takes to get and check Turtle Rock.
Right.
And to be fair, once she was done with Pyramid Fairy, she could just mirror and flute over to Turtle Rock. I mean, to be fair, she'll be able to clear this dungeon. The bow's not necessary to clear Turtle Rock, but she'll be disappointed to find out the bow isn't here.
Mm-hmm. Well, at this point now, the first of our remaining runners to go in the swamp, they will be the closest to go mode.
And Gus is about to get his bow because he's taking the super bomb up to the pyramid now.
Comment from chat for Zappa Matt Flappa. This isn't a bad idea to do Turtle Rock. We just know that effectively we can go mode Turtle Rock because we know where the bow is located, and that's the only item that Pink is missing. Now, Pink could get lucky and find the silvers maybe on Laser Bridge past the small key. And if that's the case, she'll have a small advantage going into the Ganon fight. But depending on where silvers are. And there's also the second climb up Death Mountain.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to clear Turtle Rock and then go straight over to GT.
But you never know, we might get a good treasure trove.
Yeah, like you mentioned before, the silvers are still out there somewhere, and she may run into them.
I just realized one of the worst possible items that can be in here is the mushroom.
And big key.
It's a fast check with the flute.
Yeah,
it had to be.
So now I'm trying to figure out where Saberwolf is going. Did he not check Catfish?
No, he does not have the powder.
Meanwhile, Gus is about halfway done. Actually, a little bit more than halfway done Pod. He'll be making his way towards King Helmasaur.
Mm-hmm. And then he's going to immediately mirror and do Eastern, and then basically go, well, do I do Swamp or do I go up the mountain?
And another bottle in Mimic Cave.
Oh, there's the cape.
Not that we need it today.
Nope. I think the only thing it helps it with is Tile Room if GT Big Key's in there.
Yeah, because Cape would let you get away from being caught by a Wall Master, right? And the answer, chat, yeah, the bow was at Pyramid Fairy.
To be fair, nobody wants to go into swamp. It's a pendant.
Nice, clean kill on the Armos by Levon. Alright, so Laser Bridge has 300 rupees. The small key. Blueberries. I guess he doesn't want to check the last chest. That's interesting.
Huh. Oh, no. They kept an item count. Map and compass.
Ah. Okay, yeah. That makes sense then.
That's a good safety.
And to answer Pat Wick in chat, Quake is in left side of Swamp Palace.
Saberwolf going into swamp.
Yep, we know that's the right play. So with that, Kitty's got her 6th crystal, but now she's got to wonder where the bow is.
Think Pink realizes what she needs to do.
Yep, I think so as well.
Because I believe we have exhausted all locations. Yep, she's got it.
So with that, she will be the first of our runners in go mode.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 19 seconds. We are officially in go. Pretty much an all dungeon seed.
Yep, just about. So with that, she needs to make her way to Eastern, and then she'll be off to GT.
And pod.
Ah, yes, she still has pod to do as well.
We are officially in go mode. I think we had a stream pickup if you guys did not hear me. Hour 38:20.
And looks like Levon has made the correct decision to go into Swamp. He will be glad to pick up Quake when he fully clears this out.
See if any of the runners actually go left side instead of killing Argus first. Saberwolf did not do that.
Nope. Hopefully.
So the next question is, where are the silvers?
Well, the bigger question is, how far into GT is the big key? Because
that's a good question.
The later we see the big key, the more chances of silvers we have.
Well, we will get chat's opinion on this when the moment one of our players gets their 7th crystal.
Yes, we'll be able to play the GT big key guessing game. And there's already someone in chat that wants the worst possible option, the big key to be in tile room.
Worst possible or best possible, depending on when you do it. Hold your guesses, everybody. Hold your guesses. Is Levon doing left side first? Oh, boy.
It looks that way, and it's the right call.
This is a race. Because Pink still has to do 2 bosses. And then she has to reclimb the mountain. Levon and Saber will both be hitting go mode and just have to do Turtle Rock. Same with Gus, but I think with the advantage of having Turtle Rock completed, I think Pink is going to be running away with this on the feature. But it's still very close.
And there's Kitty's 6th crystal. Yeah, we do indeed still have a race here.
Levon with his literacy, and with the literacy, he learns about the ancient origins of Quake, and he is in go mode. Chat is bringing up the point that Eastern is a very short dungeon. Correct. However, Ganon Tower execution and potentially any falls on Ganon could still make it a race. Alright, Levon, first runner to hit Turtle Rock after obtaining his go mode. Between himself, Saber, and Gus.
Yep, and speaking of Gus, he's finally diving the left side. Saberwolf's not too far behind Levon. He'll be entering in just a few moments. Meanwhile, Kitty is clearing out the Armos Knights in record time, and she'll have her final crystal, and she is on her way to Ganon's Tower.
She is officially at 7 crystals. With that, Ganon's Tower, 20 How many is that again? 23? 22? I forget.
22.
22 possible big key item locations. Get your guesses in. I'm very fond of the number 13, personally. How about you?
I usually go with 7 or 8. I'll go 7.
Okay. Question in chat from Baba Lucan. What does randomized swords mean? Aren't they always randomized? Depends. Version 29 added a new state and sword mode. So the state is either open or standard, and then the sword mode could either be Uncle Assured, randomized swords, or swordless. Uncle Assured means just like in the standard, like in the regular standard mode, you will always get a sword from Uncle. Otherwise, it'll be randomized like it would be in open mode. Wait. Oh, Pink never cleared Meyer.
Yeah, that's what I'm just realizing.
Huh.
Oh, well.
Must have had a misclick. Well, okay, we called GT early. That's alright. We'll let it go.
Okay, this race is officially a lot closer than we thought it was.
No, she just dipped Meyer. She didn't. Oh, what was she missing? She was missing Samaria.
Yeah, she was missing the cane.
That's alright, guys. More hype. More suspense. So this is a race now. Somebody in chat actually asks a good question, and I actually do not know the answer. What happens if you go back into a boss room that you've already beaten? I believe the shutter door does not shut. I believe is the answer.
Yeah, the shutter door, I believe, stays open. So and it'll pretty much just be an empty room, so you can leave as normal, you can mirror, you can save and quit.
Alright. Alright, now Pink Kitty Rose is officially in go mode. We got Gus heading into the beginning of TR. We got Levon on the left side exit. Saber right on his heels. Alright. All your guesses are still valid, guys, since we did call it early. Still saying 13.
Yeah, I'll stay with my original guess.
Alright. And with that, Ganon's Tower is now open.
Alright, so let's see how quickly Pink actually gets to the big key.
Here we go.
Opting to start right side.
Standard
normal.
start. Standard start.
300 rupees. Not necessarily another piece of heart. Like, she doesn't have enough health already.
And
Even
no
has red
keys.
mail on top of it. Yeah, no small keys, and I believe you need at least one for the climb, right? Well, there's one.
Yeah, you're always good to have one, Rip Bob. I always try to go up with 2 if possible, but one is minimum required. 2 just makes it a luxury.
So, so 1, 2, and 3 are gone from the item count. We're gonna get 4 through 7 in this room. 4 is the mushroom.
There's the mushroom.
5 is another small key. 6 is blueberries. 7 is the silvers.
Welp, everyone's getting those.
Like I said, the longer it takes to get to the big key.
Mm-hmm. So that means pedestal dream of anything useful is dead.
Yep. 8 had a big 20. And swag boomerang strats.
Yep. I think the only thing that can be on pad of any value would probably be a shield. Maybe a bottle.
And 9 is another small key.
That's what, 3 small keys? Man.
Yeah, 3. They've already used 1.
Wow.
Alright, 10 through 13 is gonna be here at the rando room. And Saberwolf.
Oh, shield was on floating island. Okay, thank you.
So 10 is blueberries. 11 is another bottle.
Oh, there's the bottle.
12 is the sank heart, and 13 is a heart piece.
Alright, well, not 13, Rip. And Rip Ped. Ped is now officially dead. Or anything of use.
Yeah, probably just a big 20.
Yeah. Single rupee. With that, we now have 3 players in Ganon's Tower.
And yet another heart container for Kitty. That should have been item 14, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
$15, $16, and $17 incoming. 15 is another small key. 16 a big 20. 17 a big 20.
Right side.
So it's definitely on right side somewhere.
Wow, we almost have maximum health, too. 19
Yeah, I saw
hearts.
that. Well, all the heart containers are picked up, because he picked up a piece of heart. The last piece of heart he picked up didn't give him a full container, so he's got a partial heart there.
Okay. Ravon doing the Dark Magician strats. Oh no, we're one away! It's Tile Room!
Wow.
It's the Tile Room! Oh wow.
Right, so we know where it is. Now we just need Kitty has to go and get there and wait out the tile room.
Yep. Well, cape is a boon for her. You can just use the cape and grab the wall. And with that, we've had a few finishers. First place, Christos Owen, 152.50. Second place, Gemini, 153.48.
Congrats to them.
Congrats. We wanted to wait on that time until we knew where the big key was.
But yeah, cape and half magic. Oh, this is laughable right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't even drain your magic as long as you're grabbing the wall. So, GG's to our winners, and now let's continue with the climbs. Gus finishing up Trinex.
Yep, looks like Saber's about to head over to Ice Armos. Levon's finished our Ice Armos and now needs to do right side. And Kitty's got her big key at item number 22. So if you guessed 22, you were correct.
Radagast, 1981, said tile room. And if you did say tile room in the first half, scroll off chat for me, so I don't see it.
And Saberwolf opting to skip the tile room for now. Unfortunately, he's going to regret that one. So meanwhile, Kitty's making her climb up the tower. She's making quick work of the gauntlet rooms. Very, very efficient. And very, very good land mode 2 kill with the silvers. Nice 0 cycle.
Very good.
I gotta say, that Kana Samaria strat on that last room of the gauntlet there is... that is so nice.
Yeah, it can be. Oh, Levon visiting the petting zoo. So again, let's give all these runners a follow. These guys, amazing work through this seed. Very fun to watch.
Indeed, and also a big shout out to our trackers Dude and Yoko for keeping on top of this mess as best they can. There's a lot going on in this race.
Agreed. Tracker's job is not the easiest. And there is Saber's big key. Rage slashes.
And left a bomb behind for it, too.
Yep.
Can't say I blame him. Alright, so Kitty moving on to Moldorm 2.
Buttersword makes this a joke.
Yep. Do you think she'll raid the contents of his last chest?
I don't know. She does. $5.
Yeah, it's only a 5.
Stole his allowance.
Alright, with that, Kitty's on her way to Aga 2. See how well the the blue balls fair for her today.
Somebody in chat saying the SRL chat might have had a spoiler. No, no spoilers. Some people literally think if the seed's trolly enough, they'll like, you know, I'm gonna go do tile room. So sometimes people do that. Sometimes people do play the SRL chat also. I've seen that happen a couple times. And with that, Aga 2 is down.
Yep, all that's left for Kitty is the big pig himself.
And we get facts about cheese.
Alright, and Kitty's on phase 2. Buttersword makes very, very quick work of his phases.
Mm-hmm.
Barring a Ganon fault, this is pretty much Kitty's race to win or lose at this point. Well, at least among the four runners here.
Yep. And as the dude points out, we've had 9 finishers. We got Senhei, Solski, Hitsuyan, GamerCal, Sage Lord, Kusame, and Data World. And Pink took a fall. Oh.
Oh no. Luckily for her, the other runners in our restream group are not quite able to catch up to her with just one fall.
Question in chat from NES Classic. Is the text for Ganon the same? Yes. The text, all the text boxes will always be the same for everybody, so like all the blind puns will always be the same. All the Ganon text box will be the same. Even the Ganon fight will be the same for everybody. It's just to make everything consistent within the game, so it's a fair race.
Well, the first time you fight Ganon, it'll be the same.
Yeah, that's right. The first time. This is now going to be a different seed for fighting Ganon. But if somebody else were to fall, they would get the same exact pattern as this time.
And Levon taking a few unfortunate falls in the last, in the cross storage room.
Oh, we just had a 10th and 11th place. Slim Kirby and Lunchtime. And Pink is stuck getting with, that's 4. GG for Pink.
All she gotta do, cross the bridge, go into the room, and she'll be done.
And Pink, first place in the restream, 12th place overall. Official SRL time, 2 hours, 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Got him!
Get your GGs in chat.
Alright, and Pink will be coming in for an interview as soon as we see her come in. And let's go ahead and get her in here. Pink, congratulations! I think Pink might get your mic set up.
Oh, I don't
there you are.
actually hear Discord. Hang on. Let's see. Using the right audio.
Yeah, Pink, we can hear you now.
Hang on, let me restart Discord. One sec.
Okay. Technical difficulties are the best difficulties, I think. Levon using Swagnet.
Is that any better?
I can hear you.
I still can't hear anything. What the hell? Hang on.
Okay.
Discord, why do you have to be screwy right now? I'll have to try just closing it a bit differently. Hang on.
A lot of people have been having Discord issues lately for some weird reason. That's weird. Pink will be right back.
Meanwhile, Saberwolf and Gus are both in the Ganon fight. Saberwolf's almost into phase 4. Gus is in there and down to half a heart. Not sure if he has any safety fairies. Well, if he has them, we'll use them now.
Alright, now we have Pink Kitty Rose in. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
So, how about that bow and quake?
I mean, that was fine. It was the mitts that I trolled myself with really hard.
Everybody except one of our restreamers trolled themselves with it.
I fully intended to go up Hera, but the problem was, when I went to save and quit, because I was planning to go over to the eastern area, I had Sanctuary, and I'm at that point, I'm just like, might as well just go up the mountain in the dark now and skip the lantern. And then everything else is in last possible location aside from pulling the pedestal.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
and with that, Saberwolf just finished.
And then, of course, the Ganon fall, because for some reason, Link decided it was a really good idea to swing to the right instead of straight up. Oh, that was a mess. That was a mess.
It was a fun scene to watch, though.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine you guys were freaking out when the big cube's in the tile room after all that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, when we realized between you and another runner that it was definitely at the tile room, we were like, worst possible spot it could be.
Well,
because nobody checks the tile room first.
Yeah, it's just too much of a waste of time. If it ends up being last, so be it.
Yep. And Levon crossing this line also. Saberwolf 16th place, 206.36, and Levon 19th, 207.40. See if we can get them in here.
Oh, well, I told myself into the sub 2 nicely, at least.
By the way, Duke, I called it. Ped was Couch Cash.
Yeah, we figured. Alright, Levon, congratulations. Levon, are you there?
Oh, yep, sorry, I didn't hear you.
There you are.
GG.
GG, that was something else.
Yes, indeed. So, Levon, I have to say, you had quite a bit of an advantage for the early part of the race, because if I remember, you were the first one to clear Hera. Everyone else backed away.
Oh, really? I'm the only one who cleared Hera. Like, I cleared Hera, and then I went over to Dark Death Mountain, and then I felt pretty good about finding that flute pretty early.
Yeah, see, I accidentally went to Sanctuary instead of Link's house and managed to avoid the lamp because at that point I committed to going up the mountain without a fire source.
And if I remember, the fire rod was nearby. It was on Death Mountain.
Yep, decided not to walk back to go check one item. It's like, oh hey, I can do the rest of the Dark World now. Surely there's nothing in Hera.
And Gus defeats the big pig. And with that, all 4 of our racers.
I felt so bad about that escape, dying after killing the key rat, well, I'm going to get the last 3 chests there.
Yeah, that was a sad moment.
Yeah, stupid bombs. I need to work on my bomb strats and escape. That is for sure.
I play so much entrance randomizer that I'm just used to bomb escape even before this was the thing.
All right, Gus will not be joining us. He does not have a mic. Hopefully he'll hop into chat, though.
I'm so sad. I opened up all the chests enough for GT hoping for the 20 heart dream, but it was the mushroom! It was the mushroom!
All right, and we got Saber in. You might be having a mic issue. We're going to see if that happens. But yeah, GG's to everyone. So, ooh, what was your guys' favorite parts about the scene?
The Cane of Samaria on Cold Stare. After I sequence break Ice Palace and then mess up the bomb jump, so I have to full clear the thing. Like, have to do it the vanilla way.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that had to have been fun.
Like, I was just praying that flippers weren't actually required for anything, because Swamp was a pendant. I was like, well, we'll just clear Ice Palace, and that opens up the Pyramid Fairy, and I could go in there and do all that stuff.
I managed to go swordless until the one in Palace of Darkness in the bottom room.
I don't recall where my sword was. I think it was Death Mountain?
Yes, your first one was Death Mountain.
Yeah, because it would have been Death Mountain, Pod, Waterfall, or Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, I think Pod was the last one I got. That was a gold.
Yeah, he was the last to enter Pod because he was the only one that didn't dip Pod.
There were no good choices in this seed. None. None to be found.
No, there were definitely no good choices to be found this seed. When I see Christos Owen finishing at 150 something.
And Saberwolf is going to be in chat, guys. His mic's acting up, but he is in chat. So, if anybody has any questions.
When you have to kill Lemolas to get flippers from Sahasrara, when you had to kill Moldorm in Pendant Hera for the Titan's Net, and when the other pendant dungeon is Swamp and the Quake is on the left-hand side, which I managed for the first time since I ever started playing these, to leave the orange left up.
We saw that, we were like, oh no!
I just kind of stared at it, it's just like, I've never done this before. Well, time to go back!
Yeah, that happens.
The tilt was strong by then.
That seed was a little tilty. I would have been tilted. I would have been tilted a little bit too if I played it the way I usually would. So
I was just so tilted because I tilted myself so hard. Like every single little thing I chose to just leave behind or accidentally left behind was exactly what I had to go do every time.
I was expecting that because I left an item behind in Mire. Because I just got the big key and I'm like, well, we have one item, we'll just go straight to Vidi and hope the other item's there. And then I realized I don't have another small key, so clearing that dungeon was going to be a pain in the butt, so I just didn't bother.
It was just bombs.
Mm-hmm. So for those that did check and did find out, how did that feel seeing Ether at Lumberjack?
I was crossing my fingers so hard when I saw it. It's like, please no Ether, please no Ether, please no Ether.
Yep, same here. Like, I went to go check it right before going up to Death Mountain. Like, because I try not to go out of my way to check the Lumberjack item. Like, if I'm on my way up there for Death Mountain, or if I have the mirror and I'm checking Bumper Cave, then I'll go check it there. But I'm not one of those people that goes straight up there to see what it is.
Yeah.
I usually wait until I have boots and lamp, and once that combo's there, I'm like, I should probably double check this.
Yep. And then of course coupling that, seeing that with 2 pendants on Light World, it's like, oh no. Luckily, it wasn't required.
Both of the pendants were required.
Pretty much all dungeons were required effectively. You could have skipped Argus. That was about it.
My tracker's filled out. All the items of every dungeon are open. Even GT. I even opened every GT chest. Just watching those things sometimes. I'm annoyed though, because Ether is my favorite medallion because I use it on the triple skeleton rooms in GT. And of course, it's kept a wizard away from me.
Yep.
I hate those skeletons.
Nobody likes Stelphos.
No. It's like, even with the gold sword, they still find ways to hop away.
Well, I am going to head off. I have things to do in the afternoon. GG, guys.
Yep. GG's to all our runners. Again, let's give all the runners a follow. And a huge thanks to our trackers, the Dude, and Yoko. And very huge thank you to my co-commentator, Draco Falcone.
Yes, and a big thank you to you too, Duke Firebird. Appreciate working with you.
Yeah, appreciate it. And huge shout outs to our viewers and to the Speed Gaming Network for allowing us to get these daily races going on. Future schedule, I believe we have our Key Sanity finale matches, our bronze match and our gold match coming up. I just don't have those times with me. We are also having the 10 p.m. Nightly race, which is going to be, I believe, the daily seed. Also on the Speed Gaming Network, we also have the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Gold and Bronze match coming up, I believe, next week, along with a lot of other Speed Gaming events. Let's pull the calendar up
we
there.
should have our spring tournament going.
Correct, that is coming up very shortly. Looks like on the Speed Gaming Network, we're going to have a little hiatus until 6:30 over on Speed Gaming 3. Metroid Fusion's coming up. And 8 o'clock. Okay, it's 8 o'clock today. On Speed Gaming 1 is the Key Sanity. And then we'll also have NMG Tournament on Speed Gaming 2 at the same time. Oh, no, wait, that's not the tournament. I'm sorry, that's just a regular NMG race. And then NMG Tournament will be right after that. So we got a lot of events coming up. We have the standard randomized swords coming up next week. In 2 weeks, starting on the 9th. But with that, definitely give all 4 of the Speed Gaming channels a follow. Give all our runners a follow. With that, though, I've been Duke. I will catch you guys in the next race.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.